Yeah.
Hi, everyone. I am super excited to be hosting the first hour of our Coffee Success this morning. We've got our Legend PMD edition to kick off our 2025. So please put in the chat how excited you are about this year, how excited you are about your business, and also just how excited you are about our call this morning. So thank you to James for putting this on. He does an amazing job every single month of getting the most fantastic speakers. I don't know how he does it. They just keep coming and coming and coming. And today we're going to be talking about make it happen. So who is ready to make their 2025 happen? Please put in the chat. We're going to start off with our resident product expert, Sue Worrell, NMD, who has been a nutritionist for over 30 years, running clinics in Cardiff and in London. She's been taking products for the Juice Plus products for over 20 years. And she's going to be talking today about our star products. Are you there, Sue? I can see you there, looking all bright and beautiful.
I'm here and ready to go and ready for 2025. Okay, I will share my screen. Okay, and I'll start straight away. So, Happy New Year, everyone. It's great to, can everybody see the screen for a start? No, hang on. It's not sharing, just a second. Now, yeah? You all see the screen, yes?
Yes.
Fantastic, thank you. Happy New Year to everyone. I'd love to know how many new people are on in this meeting. Because I want to make it relevant to these meetings. I want to give you new information whenever I can. I want to give you a new reason to share Juice Plus, and I want to make you feel really confident in sharing Juice Plus. So if there are any new people on, they want to message me, please feel free to message me. Okay, so let's get started. These are our products, but I haven't had a chance to add in Uplift and Illuminate to this picture. But these are the products that are covered by informed choice. So that's why they're not on there, because I don't know whether they're covered by that yet. But our products, you can be absolutely confident in them because they do what they are supposed to do. We know that there are thousands and thousands of studies being done on small ones and registered ones and ones on PubMed on what fruits and vegetables do for us. And this is just a little picture of our body and our brain, which is extremely complicated. And we know they intrinsically work together. And we know that fruits and vegetables are a huge part of that. And what we put into our body through our digestive system talks to our brain. And we don't yet know what junk food is doing to us. So don't underestimate at the moment. When I first started to build my business, I studied the science straight away, but I knew that people didn't want to know all the science before. It was like, how do you get electricity? Well, I just switch the light on. And, how does the telly work? Well, it just comes on the screen. They just wanted to know what it was. But don't underestimate the number of people who are now looking at the science. And you'll find that a lot of people who can afford to buy more than one product in Juice Plus are the ones that are looking at the science and want to know more about the science. So there's a lot of science around about ultra-processed foods and a lot of books around as well now, and television. There was nothing on television about food some years ago. There's an awful lot on television. So I just want to talk a little bit on this slide about the safety of Juice Plus. Mitra Ray has got a brilliant document on the safety of Juice Plus, but also why it's so good and why all the studies work. And that's because Juice Plus's interest is not to find cheaper and faster acting ingredients. Its mission is to find ingredients that work synergetically together, and they don't sell product with one ingredient ever, because our body's not made like that. They look for the products that work together and the produce that work together, and they look for the best quality that will not interrupt our body systems and will not give our body problems in absorbing it, digesting it, and using it. So you might think about organic. And really, we cannot say Juice Plus is organic. It's not stamped organic. But at the end of the day, what does organic mean? It means that a product is grown in a field or it's manufactured and it's stamped organic as an overall stamp. But Juice Plus doesn't need that. It's actually better than organic. Some of its produce is now organically stamped as well. Some of its produce, but not everything. And Juice Plus is about putting these things together in your body to get the best possible nutritional micronutrients into your body so that it really works for us. So for instance, it doesn't go to other countries like China and Asia looking for ingredients which might be cheaper and might get the emulsifiers or the sweetness or the cheap vegetable oils. It doesn't do that. It looks for the best quality that is not overly processed, that is not manufactured to copy natural emulsifiers and flavors. So when you see some of the ingredients that you might see on listed as ultra processed on Juice Plus, do not worry, because their emulsifiers, their sweetness, their colors, their flavoring is completely natural and is the best you can find. So just be happy and safe, happy and confident that it is safe to use for anyone. So we know that the fruits and vegetables are good for us, but how many of us eat like that? A good example of Juice Plus is that it uses cranberries. I mean, cranberries are fantastic in the nutrition they have, and we've all had some at Christmas, but do we eat them every day? I don't know anyone who eats cranberries every day. But the nutrition in cranberries, the polyphenols, the anthocyanins in cranberries, that do a lot for our inflammation and for our immune system and for anti-aging in Juice Plus comes from cranberries. So we use farmed cranberries from family farms. If we can't get that inside us, the next best thing is Juice Plus. So our body doesn't need 13, 15, 19, 20 vitamins and minerals. It needs thousands of them. There are over 400 in an apple, and all these different colors in this bowl of salad. They all include different varieties of nutrients, micronutrients, that make the color in them and that work together like an orchestra. It gives it the orchestra effect. So there's no skull and crossbone on the back of a Juice Plus packet like there are in some vitamins and minerals saying that you cannot overdose on them. I don't want you to take hundreds of Juice Plus, but what they say to take is plenty. But you can take it and your body, we know your body can use it because the studies show that. If you haven't looked at any other films on Juice Plus and videos, please go and look at how it's farmed, particularly the cranberry farmer. It's an older film, but it just is absolutely great example of the care and the way that Juice Plus has their farmers provide them with the best variety from every single produce. So broccoli and cranberries are a good example, because there are a big gap between the one variety, which is the one you see mostly in the shops, like trees in broccoli, and then the other one, the variety, which is paler green, not the purpley one, but a paler green, which has got a huge amount more of nutrition. And so those are the ones that are farmed for Juice Plus, which is more expensive to farm and it takes longer to farm them. So Juice Plus has got all this certification. If you're working with any athletes or any executives who think they're athletes, just send them information on the certification it has. I took a guy from to Paralympics who won a gold and 2 silver medals. He was taken off the bike immediately and tested absolutely clear of any of the 200 odd substances that they test for. So we've got the best certification, and it is regularly certified. Every time there's a new batch is done, it is recertified all the time. And we've now got, sorry, I need to update that number. We've now got almost 50 studies. I mean, no product can touch this. We're way ahead of any other product in the market, and we will stay there for until long after I'm gone, because it takes so long. Every study takes so long. They put the products, mostly, there's a couple of studies that other people have done on the Juice Plus studies themselves, which is unusual and amazing. But they put the Juice Plus in people's bodies. It's called a dietary intervention study, and they watch what the body does. So you can't tick boxes. So if they're on a bad day, they tick all no's, and a good day, they tick all yeses. It actually shows what the body does, and it sees and finds markers for improvements in our different systems. And that's why our studies are so important. You can find them all, but you have to know the name of the study. I've got a record of them all if somebody wanted them some point. And all the problems Juice Plus have had lately, we knew it was coming because Juice Plus is not a digital business plan, and we knew we'd have to go through this, and we're getting through it now, which is really lovely for this year coming. It's really exciting because it's going to be much more plain sailing for new people, which is great. But all that's been going on in the last 5 years. The Juice Plus Science Institute has grown terrifically, and this guy called Manfred Lamfreck, who was used to be the director of the Research Institute in Graz University in Austria. He is one of the guys running this Juice Plus Science Institute, and they don't just test Juice Plus. They look at the studies on Juice Plus, and they look at what's in Juice Plus, and they work on that in research. But they study fruits and vegetables and minerals, and they see what that does to people. So their studies it's becoming really well respected throughout the world of research and health and nutrition. So we are very lucky to have that, and no other product can say they have that. So these are the 4 studies I mentioned in Dublin, and I will pull some other studies out in future for the other meetings. But these are really important, and Manfred Lamfreck picked these out when he did a study on talk on our immune system. But I love these because it just gives us the whole population of who we can work with. So the first study was in Graz University, and it was on medics, and this can apply to anyone working together. But they actually measured how many sick days they had, if they did pick up a flu bug or whatever, how long it took to get over it. And that is really important in everyday life. When you're selling someone or recommending something, and you love the features of it, which I love, all the science, that's not what the people want. They want to know the benefits of it, what's in it for them. So you can tell them that we really know that it will help you get over flu if you get it, have less incidence of catching it, and keep you healthier. The second one was about how our body uses Juice Plus. So it showed very clearly in this one that the more you expect of your body, like my Paralympian, the more our body has to do, the faster it metabolizes it and uses it. And when our body gets rid of anything in Juice Plus, nothing's there. Our urine is completely clear. There's nothing left. Our body uses it and utilizes it. But in this case, it was utilizing it big time, and they were on big missions when they tested this. And it really made a difference on the placebo group and the group who had Juice Plus in their body. The next one is all about students and young people, and and parents seeing their children off to university, and it's back to normal now after COVID, and they're not attending lectures, etc. So I'm sure they're back to sex, drugs, and rock and roll, and lots of mixing. And this is where law students do have a huge pile of work and a lot of mental stress, and they showed the big difference in their stress levels, how their immune system handled that, because when you're stressed, it impacts your immune system, and how they come out the other end. So that's the whole group of students and young people, and even teenagers you can work with and utilize the health study for that one. And then the third thing I talked about being an epidemiological study, which is when people tick boxes. There was a study on 21 of our other studies, and Juice Plus was some of those. And they just found that they were studies that were really well respected. So if you see on the internet and on people posting that the studies are not real, etc., just leave them, because they don't understand. The last one is old people, which is very relevant for me these days. Another year older this year. So yeah, I mean, I feel as good now as I did in my 30s. And absolutely, honestly, I do. I feel amazing. I had a brilliant Christmas. I've walked miles. I've kept up with my grandchildren, who are now 10 and 13. And, I can't prove it's Juice Plus, but I know it makes a huge difference to my life and my quality of life and how I live it. And so the antioxidant levels and it's called redox, this little system that happens in our body when we exchange electrons to give us with the antioxidants from fruits and vegetables to help us combat our body aging and having struggles to keep our system working. So I'm not going to go into the products in depth, just quickly to come through the line of products. We use Pululan, this new coating, which is really important in all our capsules. And it is important because when we have powders that the release to the air and moisture, they do deteriorate. And ours are encapsulated, which makes them more expensive, but makes it much more beneficial to our body and gets it straight there. So anyone who's got Mitra-Ray's story of what happens in a year, that's why it does that. It's because we keep those powders, those precious micronutrients intact. So the shakes, the bars, all of those have their own different uses, and I'm sure everybody uses them different ways, and sure people group products in different ways, but they all work together. Every one of the products works synergistically with each other and are designed to work like that. So some nutrients in complete are not some of the fruits and veg and things in the powder, in the capsules. So it just adds even more. In the vegetable soup, I always add a handful of peas in mine, and I keep recommending this because for menopause, for ladies, and for teenagers, and for lots of people who are short of iron, peas are really good for iron. So I just pour boiling water over some peas and throw them in the soup. Makes a big difference. The boosters are great, not just for people who have a lot of weight to lose or find that they're hungry all the time. The high fiber in it, the glucomannan, is a really good fiber, and it's good for our gut bacteria as well. And it's also good for lowering cholesterol. So that's a handy product. Our omegas are brilliant. And if you want someone to get a fast result, to get the confidence of Juice Plus, this is the one that people notice the first and the quickest. And it makes a huge difference as you get older for joints and everything else. And it does not deplete our oceans. The omega-3 is the omega from the algae that the fish have to get their omegas. So just Uplift is still available, and the new one, Luminate, and they sit together perfectly. I thought one was going to replace the other, but they don't. They sit together. So Uplift is long-term, lower amount of caffeine, and the caffeine's from yerba mate tea. No, yerba mate plant, not the tea. And it's like it's for your memory and your acuity for the day, so it keeps you brighter for longer. The Juice Plus complete powders use a lot of soy, and the soy is farmed and processed very differently. So all Juice Plus processing is not ultra processed, it is minimally processed. And our soy is cold water washed and the protein carefully handled, so it's perfectly safe for anyone. And you can read up about they perform on your hub. So Luminate is the newest one, and I'm finding it brilliant. It's got nootropics and adaptogens, and both of these work on our mental energy and our mental acuity. And they are now interrupting the market because it's the first product ever to start using herbs and to match together nootropics and adaptogens in one product. But you can be assured that a lot of research has gone into how they work together and how well our body absorbs it. Things like lion's mane mushrooms, you can buy, there's loads of them on the market. Some of them are hardly absorbable. So you can make sure you can be at peace of mind. Juice Plus will have sorted that out, and we'll know that our body can absorb all that's in it. And that's me done.
Sue, thank you so much as always. Another incredible presentation there on the products. I mean, it doesn't matter how many times I hear you. I always learn something new. And so
you're getting more products, so it's getting harder to fit it in every time.
Exactly, yeah, we kind of
more and more information.
Yeah, I'm really loving the new Luminate as well. I heard you saying you can't take it every day though. Is that
Luminate?
Yeah. Or was it
Yeah,
you? Not on this presentation, but last time, was it you?
Well, I don't take it every day. I wouldn't have coffee every day. I mean, if you have a coffee every day, swap it out. You don't want to have too much caffeine. So if you drink a lot of coffee, then cut down on the coffee. Don't cut down the Luminate.
Okay.
But I don't have one every day. I have And I swap them around now. I have it depends on what my day is like. If I'm going to be up late, I usually use Uplift. If I've got something on or something I need to get done work-wise, I have Illuminate. So they work differently. Illuminate you getting a result within an hour or 2 hours. I've only just drunk mine, so I'm not getting the result yet. Well, maybe I am. But yeah, and Uplift, you don't get that buzz that you get with Illuminate, but you get that longevity thing. So by the evening, you're still feeling energized and you still feel you can get things done.
Yeah, we're all superhuman with all these products now, aren't we?
Hope so.
Thank you so much. Have you got Simone on today?
Yes, I am here. Hi.
Oh, brilliant.
Can you hear
Thank
me?
you, Simone.
Hi, no problem. Had a couple of issues because we're decorating, so excuse the background. I had to kind of sit on some boxes. Um, I don't know whether I'll be able to share my screen at some point, but if you can set that up and let me know, that would be really great. Because just for those who I haven't seen before, my name's Simone Buna, and my business is called Barefoot Medicine. So I like natural things. I'm a herbalist, nutritional therapist. I do permaculture and basically anything to do with nature and the environment and our health, because we are an extension of the environment. So I thought I'd talk a little bit today about the functional medicine side of what I do, because when I first started working with Juice Plus, I was a little bit, I'm going to hold my hands up here and say, I thought the business model was brilliant. I thought the product was brilliant, but I was frightened of what the reputation of network marketing is. And I was worried about my reputation as a business owner. And I've been in business for myself for around about 25 years now. And so I wanted to know that Juice Plus actually does what it says on the tin and that it's got the research behind it. So as Sue mentioned, there is a bucket load of research, and I'm afraid, yes, I've geeked out on it. I've got the file here. It's very, very good. But what I've also found now with functional medicine is that I run tests on people to see what their metabolism is like, to see what their gut function is like. And then I explain that to them in terms of their overall health. And it means that people, we can tell them until the cows come home that they should eat 5 a day. But most of us haven't been taught what that means or why we should eat 5 a day. And so is it possible for me to share my screen so that I can?
Absolutely. You've only got about another minute, though.
That's all it'll take, James. That's great. Thank you. Tell me if you can see this. Can you see, everybody see the screen?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay, so this is an example of one of the tests that I run, and it's a metabolic test that tells you what your oxidative stress is like, and that's the aging process. But the reason I want to show you that is if you look down here, if you see here, we've got antioxidants, and at the bottom it says plant-based antioxidants. And this is where I measure whether people are eating enough fruit and vegetables. And it'll be either in the green zone, the amber zone, or the red zone. Okay, so having Juice Plus actually does make a difference to something that we want to measure professionally to gauge your health. It does make a difference. It's not just eat 5 a day, especially the way things are grown nowadays. So the fact that Juice Plus has a proprietary growing system that enables it, let me just stop that enables you to get the phytonutrients, that's what helps people to be healthier. So when it comes to compliance and people say, oh, does Juice Plus do this or do that or do the other with regard to your health, you don't have to make any claims about what Juice Plus does or doesn't do. You talk about the body systems. Juice Plus helps your body to help itself. And I can measure it with these metabolic tests. And that's why I use it in my clinic now with no qualms at all. In fact, I think it would be negligent not to. So there we go. That's me done.
Incredible. I love that. Absolutely love that. I want to get that test done. Thanks, Simone. We're now going to move on to Marina Tortosa, who's a PMD plus in the business. And I'm just going to share a little bit about her. I signed up end of February 2009. I have 2 degrees in law. and 2 degrees in law and political sciences. Used to work as a solicitor, and I became SC in 2 months in Juice Plus and 17 months to NMD. And I became PMD in April 2014 and PMD Plus in 2024. So Marina, are you there?
Yes, hello.
How are you? You're going to be sharing today my daily focus to make a fortune?
Okay, yes. So thank you for that nice introduction of me. So first of all, thank you, James, so much for inviting me over. This is becoming sort of a ritual for initiating every year. So that's a good sign. And also thank you to you all for being present. That means that you really care about this business. So it's I always say that this business is it's 80% about people and 20% about the system and techniques and strategies. So it makes me laugh very often when the people come to me and they say, what is the strategy? What is the system? What can I do? What techniques? And I say, oh, this is all about people. This is all about people. This is something that anybody can do. So if I have to look into what I did or what I do on a daily basis to increase my business or to keep my business, the first thing I need to say is it's all coming to nutrition. So it was a really pressure to listen to Sue World. After so many years, I always found out something new when I listened to you. And it's all about nutrition. It's about nurturing. So I start nurturing myself, nurturing my body. It's enjoying the experience with the product. I've been on the product since 2004 when I started to work in Milan office, and I was introduced by chance to the products because I was working there, and I was not expecting much because I was somebody having a really good nutrition. I come from the southeast of Europe, of Spain, sorry, and we really do have a good nutrition. We eat a lot of fruits and veggies, but that was something completely different, and it blew up my mind. And you know what? After so many years I've been on the product, I keep on discovering and finding out new things about the product. Mostly now that we are getting these new products that were absolutely unexpected, but something that really mesmerized me every day is that no matter how much time I'm taking it, no matter what the circumstances are, and we all know that we are going through really difficult times, tough times, it's the Juice Plus is always so performing, and I'm finding out a lot of things. So when I started in the business, I was 42 years old, and now I'm about to be 58. And I have to say that the Juice Plus has been a constant company, being my side company, being my support in the business. So what I do is get more nutrition for myself, learning about the experience, being the product of the product. So you are a role model for your own team or for the people that wants to join a business, or people like me that are looking for something to do, something inspiring, something that, you know, a lot of people, they are bored with their lives. They come to the point, they say, what I have done with my life? I have not done anything really challenging or amazing or that really thrills me. And so they see me and say, how can you be so happy? How can you be so, you look so satisfied, you look so well, no? And that's because I try every day to be product of the product. Then nutrition for my soul, for my mind, you know, I dedicate every day. And this is one of our daily methods of operations. I always say to all my people and the people that join that they have to dedicate time to give nutrition to their souls and to their minds. So reading things about, you know, the product, getting more information, taking time to be with yourself, meditate if you like to do that, doing sports. So dedicate the time to give nutrition to your soul and to your mind. Otherwise, you cannot get a big business. You cannot guide all the people. You cannot provide the energy that the other people are demanding continuously. And obviously, also when it comes to me, I keep on putting nutrition on my vision. Obviously, my vision is always has been the same. When I first joined the business, the thing that attracted me more, it was the opportunity to do something so meaningful. My desire since I was a little girl was doing something that would leave a sign for the future, something that would change people's lives. And as a solicitor, I'm so sorry to say, the more I was doing my practice, the more I was so frustrated and disappointed that had nothing, absolutely nothing to do with justice or providing equity to people. But then I found out that this project, this idea of Jay Martin, so how vanguardist, always thank you, Jay, for the vision that he provided us more than nearly 54 years ago. So I thought that was completely revolutionary. I said, oh, that's great. So that's the opportunity for everybody, no matter where you come from, no matter what your level of instruction or your family or your finances, it doesn't matter what, you have the same opportunity to make a life from here. So, and by doing something really amazing, which is inspiring the healthy living. And by healthy living, we could have a whole day talking about what is a healthy living. Healthy living is about body, it's about soul, it's about the environment, the people that you live with. It's a whole thing. But, you know, inspiring the healthy living around the world, that blew completely my mind up together with the product. So I keep putting more nutrition to my vision every day. We are transforming. So I am a very traditional person, so I'm not very fond of changes, but I do understand that life is about how you manage, how you handle the changes, or how you see the changes. And I see that these are completely necessary right now to do changes. And the company right now is going through a process of complete transformation. And I think that is one of the most significant things that the company has done in the past years. And obviously we need to embrace that by understanding that that makes part of the vision that we have of, you know, building a worldwide business. So I put nutrition every day on my mission, on the products, on the directions we're going. And obviously I put nutrition on myself because I want to create an impact on this business. And I'm sure I will do it. I will do it because I have such a huge, tremendous vision of this company that, I mean, sometimes after so many years in the business, I get thrilled, I get like emotional when I think about, I see my girls starting and I see what they can achieve, what we can achieve as a company, what we can achieve as a group of people. And it is amazing the capacity of evolving and transforming that we have in other people's lives. The impact is tremendous. So that's something that you need to do. You want to have an amazing business. And when it comes to make a fortune, James, I would say you can make a fortune up front. You know, fast people, they come, they get the bonuses, they get everything, and then they go. And this is what I call fast people. There's fast growth, fast people, they come and go, they pick up, they go. But if you want to build a fortune, you need to focus on what I'm going to say right now. So most of your day, or most of my day, goes to people, as I was saying. So providing energy, providing the rhythm. As you always know, the rhythm of the group is the rhythm of the leader. The settings of the leader as the settings of the group. So for example, I am pretty much product guided, and I see all my teams are product guided, but at the same time, I love recruiting, and every time every time I'm talking to somebody, I realize that in some way there is not one single moment of my day that I'm not trying to recruit or to prospect, because that makes part of myself. So this is what I do with my people, with the people that join the business. It's providing the energy. Energy is so important. We need to protect it. We need to enhance our energy. The reason that we want, the success loves speed. Success and speed are good friends. And you know what? It's easier to make in this business, to make it faster rather than to make it slow. You make it anyhow. It doesn't matter. Sometimes you need to take time. It's just like going into a highway. You need to pay a toll. Maybe you pay it at the beginning, or maybe you pay it when you exit. But this is something, you know, you need to pay. It's when you're running for a big success. So providing energy, providing the rhythm, providing certainty. This is so important. If you have doubts, if you hesitate, your team will hesitate as well. And that's so important that you have your system of beliefs in place, right? So you provide beliefs to your team. I provide guidance every day. How, when we are, you know, going through struggles, issues, what they need to do. I provide strategies every day. I provide also ideas. I provide trainings. Of course, that's one of the most important things, trainings. I would say that my people are one of the best well-trained teams in all Europe. And this is, you can see the capacity of growing that we have is tremendous. Not by saying, but may I say something? Last month, in my team, we recruited as many people as the whole America recruited. So we are amazing recruiters. Why? Because we love what we do. We provide really what people are looking for: certainty, you know, personal development, growth, health, family, support. This is what people outside there are looking. And I always say, I will never, you know, stop saying that each of us, we are a bridge for the other people. So we are in one side, we have all the beliefs in place, but many people on the other side, they feel their struggles, they feel that the future is not so good, and they feel not safe. And you know what we do? By sharing our experience, what we really do is giving them a hand to come to our side. So it is so important to spread the news, to talk to everybody, to share, you know, what this company is all about. I don't care about the, you know, the figures, the percentages. So it is more important to have a why. And I think our why is really, really beautiful. So basically, if you want to have an amazing future and you know, and to go for a fortune, it's a good fortune to have a lot of people with you. I think one of the, you know, biggest assets this company has is the people. It's, you know, the what each of us provide. When I go to the convention, it is amazing. I see it in terms of energy, how much energy we put it. So, you know, building people, it's so important. I build people, and then my people, they build the business. I have big leaders. They are, you know, this is one of the secrets of this business. You need to duplicate yourself. If you don't duplicate yourself and you are, you know, ego person, and you want to have the control of everything, and you want to know everything, that doesn't give you freedom. This business is freedom. This business is duplication. This business is development, but you need to provide all the environment for the people to develop. And I say something that is so important, and it comes to, you know, having a fortune with this business. If you build the people and you work with the people, the same people that are helping you to build your business will be the same people that will help you and will support you to maintaining in the case that there are issues or struggles. So that system of mentoring that I have is, you know, side by side every day, talk to them, provide energy, provide rhythm, provide certainty, and also being the bridge to the people outside that they want to jump to us, give them the certainties. One of the things that we have, and believe me, is when people talk to me, what they feel is the proudness, how proud I am of belonging to this company, no matter what struggles, no matter what technical, not technical issues, no matter what the people say. I always say, when you talk to somebody about this company, about this product, feel proud, stay high, vibrate high, because many people, they do not understand words, but they understand vibration. There is nothing to be concerned about. The future, and I'm not going to say that sentence, that the best is yet to come, because it's not true. The best, it's already here. It's just downloading. We are in the process of downloading what is already happening. And believe me, this 2025 is going to be a really intense, challenging, but amazing year. And the people outside there, we look at the company and we say, wow, what are they doing? When I see the human capacity of this company, I have no doubts that the future is brighter than ever. So I think I'm done with my time, James, but I have a little surprise. So I brought with me today one of my new leaders, or bright leaders. For me, it's a pleasure and it's an honor. This is the first time I greet somebody, to introduce you to the wonderful Fanny Barbera. She has 34 years. She's 34 years old, and so she knew about the business where she was studying business management in the UK, in Northampton University, and yesterday she told me something. So,
hi,
my family, if I cannot live without. So she's going to share with us her story.
Yes, hi everyone. Happy New Year to everyone. Yeah, so I was living in UK. I've been in London 6 years. I find just plus there when I finished my university. So I'm all my life I was really lost. I never liked any job. I was jumping between jobs, but finally I find just plus, and I was thinking all my life. The year have 365 days per year, so we're gonna get just 28 days holidays. For me, this was really, I didn't want any life like that. So I find Just Plus gives me freedom, opportunities. I did my own change. So I lost 12 kilos. I started being the example for my clients, the example of the product, the example for me. I started eating well, going to the gym, and yeah, my life changed completely. Also, when I start, I check the philosophy of the company. I start loving it, and I changed completely my life. So I'm not the same person when I start, and now I'm completely different. I develop my mentality. I'm growing every day, growing and growing and growing. So I did this month. Sorry, I'm a little bit nervous. I did this month the third confirmation of the NMC. I started on Just Plus in 2022, and yeah, I want to be growing and growing and growing, and the next step is gonna be the DNM, and I'm really happy to be here.
Amazing.
Yes.
She's got an amazing story. She's got an amazing story. So she tried hard. She tried hard until she found her strategy. She found her why. So she's one of the girls we usually talk to when you know, providing sometimes some tips there. How do you do the things there? And now, no doubtly, no doubt she's running for NMD.
Yes.
Right.
Yes, yes, yes.
No matter what.
Yes,
No matter what.
yes. So the only word I can say to Just Plus is thank you, because it's changing my life. So I want more. I want to start. I want the PMD. So so yes, I hope in a couple of years I can be PMD and bring my team with me and everything.
Brava. Brava. Thank you, Fanny. Thank you for being today with her. For her, it was a challenge to be,
Yeah.
to be
Oh,
honest.
absolutely fabulous. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
What a journey you've both been on. I mean, Marina, you're the most biggest inspiration. I mean, I can't see anybody not wanting to join your team, your energy and everything that you've got to offer. So you can see why you've had so much amazing success, and you know what privilege for anyone to be on your team. And sorry, I didn't catch your team lady's name, but absolutely amazing story.
Fanny Barbera.
Fanny Barbera.
Thank you so much for sharing your
You're
amazing
welcome.
story. What a transformation. That's incredible as well.
Thank you.
So thank you again. And we're going to move on to Nese McLemon, who is PMD in the business. She's had absolute incredible success last year. And she's just a little bit about her. She's a mum of one, stepmom of two. She hit NMD in 16 months, and now she's a PMD. And she's going to be sharing today how to work in the compensation plan. Are you there, Nese?
Hello, how is everybody?
Hi.
Thank you for having me. Do you know what? Before I start, I'm just going to say, Marina's incredible. Good luck, Fanny. You've got this. And a lot of what Marina said is a lot of stuff that I was going to talk about. And please let that be something that you take note of, because the key to success are really basic things. So obviously I started 4 years ago now. As you said, I hit NMD in 16 months. I hit EMD in 3 years, and then obviously last year, but September and October November I went EMD and PMD. So the main thing I want to talk about is becoming an expert. So becoming an expert on the compensation plan, the business. There's a book called Go Pro, and it's incredible. It's talking about becoming a professional in what you do. And I think growing a big team and a solid team and growing leaders to kind of follow suit starts with you, and it starts with you becoming a professional in what you're doing, you knowing everything, the ins and outs. And obviously of what I'm talking about going up the compensation plan is knowing the compensation plan inside out and knowing the steps that you need to do to achieve those. The first thing that you need to start with is leading from the front and duplicating that down, just like Marina said. So leading from the front, you want to be the person that you want to recruit, that you want to attract. You want to be doing everything that you'd expect from your perfect teammate. You want to be looking, showing up every single day. You want to be on the calls. You want to be leading from the front on social media, or going to events, doing events, and kind of just nailing that and letting the duplication process start. So obviously, so I'm just I did jot some notes down, trying to avoid a few things that Marina spoke about. So when you obviously have your team, you're gonna have this community that are gonna follow you, that you're gonna be guiding. So like Marina said, majority of the business is gonna be the people. Now, for me, I have the most amazing team, the most amazing community, and I wouldn't be here without them. And I'm very, very proud of every single one of them. But I do know that it starts with me. It starts with my uplines, duplicating it down to me, and then me duplicating it down to them. So what people should be doing, they should be going away and, like I said, write down your perfect teammate, write down everything that you think that someone needs to be successful within this business. When it comes to the compensation plan, now obviously the structure is involved in all of the different positions. So understanding what people are going to need. And it's all about learning people's strengths and weaknesses and your own as well, and working on those. It really starts with every single person that's within your team and with yourself. And then it's working on yourself. I've got an amazing IMD now, Chelsea Luella, who spent the first year within our business working on herself. She wasn't like the most fastest off the blocks person to start with, but that's because she was working on herself. And now she is growing this most incredible business because she started with herself first. And now she is growing the most amazing leaders, and she is duplicating that down. Working really closely with your team, finding out, doing one-to-ones every single month. I do one-to-ones with my team every single month. Knowing exactly their strengths and their weaknesses is crucial, and making them work on those things in different ways. And also talking about your why. So again, Marina just spoke about people having a why and people having a reason and a vision, and that is so important. Now, next to my bed, I have 2 vision boards. I have my personal one and I have my team one. So obviously they've both been stripped. I've got a brand new one going into 2025. My goals have been set up here. Do not set your goals low in this business, because anything is achievable, anything is possible. So set them high, but having shorter ones and longer ones is really important, because sometimes you can look at something and think, oh, it's a bit too far away. But what you need to focus on is having something that's going to get you out of bed on those bad days, because it's not easy. Life happens. The world is grey around us. I see like Juice Plus as my little bubble. It's my bubble of positivity, and it's my future. But the world around us is grey. You know, you look on the news, you go outside, and it can be very grey, and it can bring you down. So you need to have that vision that you see every day as to why you show up. Because I have mine next to my bed, and the reason I have that is because if I go to bed having a bad day, I look to my left and I see the reasons why I'm doing what I'm doing. If I haven't ticked off everything I need to do every single day, I will sit there and finish it before I go to sleep, regardless of how tired I am, how deflated I may be. You're gonna have those days where you don't feel up to showing up. Again, it's there when I wake up in the morning. If I have a bad sleep, if I wake up with a fuzzy head, it is there to remind me what I am doing and why I'm doing what I do every single day. Now, I joined this business on maternity leave, and I never returned to work. I never had to go back to work thanks to this business. This business gave me a life that I could have ever dreamed of. And I was very, very fortunate that I found it soon enough to not return to work. So I was able to be with my child till he went to school in September, just gone. And having my vision and having my reasons why was probably the biggest reason that I'm still here. So when you're thinking about your why, dig deep. So you're gonna have a lot of people say to me when I ask my team, what's your why? And they'll say, my children. But why? Why your children? Why do you want to succeed for your children? Is it because you want to be there every single day for them and not have to go to work and experience them growing up and not missing a moment like I was able to? But why? Because maybe you didn't have that when you were a child and you know how important it was, or maybe you did have that and you know how important it was. Digging deep and finding the core reason, because you'll hear the saying, a why that makes you cry. And sometimes it's kind of hard. So don't feel, if you're sat there and you feel like you don't know the why and it doesn't make you cry, have that moment where you really, really dig deep and go to the core, and then you will find that emotional connection to your why. And unless you have that, there's going to be times that you're not going to want to show up and stuff. And I've had many dark times in this business personally, outside of the business. And there's been tough times in the business. There's tough times every day, like in different circumstances. But having that core reason as to why you're doing this community and your team and are the reasons why that pull me through every single day. And you will find that the longer that you're in this business. So when you're obviously going through the compensation plan, you're going through the years in the business, you're going to come across different struggles and you're going to come across different lessons, and take each of them as a positive, regardless of whether you see them as a positive or not. They will turn into a positive, because it will be a learning curve no matter what it is. And especially if it's a hard point in the business or something that you're trying to overcome, it's going to be a lesson. Just trust that it will be, and it's happening for a reason, and it's only going to make you stronger, a stronger leader, and a stronger mentor to your team, and obviously even people around you. So again, when you're working through the compensation plan, one really important key thing is stepping into a position before you become it, because we've all got to these different levels. And you've got to a certain level from doing a certain amount of work or whatever it may be. To get up to the next level, you need to be doing more. You need to be putting more into it. You need to be doing that additional. So stepping into a higher position by doing more before you become it. Okay, so and I've done that. I've probably, from when I hit, I think SSC, that I knew NMD was in my sights. As soon as I hit SSC, I was like, I'm going for it. So I was like, right, what are the NMDs doing? What are the leaders doing? This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to start doing calls. I'm going to be doing this. So having that discipline with yourself and learning from others, it's really important to take advice and getting onto calls like this and actually really implementing what people were saying and then duplicating that down into your team. There was something else I was going to talk about and I can't remember what it was. But yeah, that is pretty much it. I think then you go on to growing your leaders. Now, growing your leaders is probably my favorite part. Seeing people grow into their own leader and their own person and doing their own thing in their own ways, but then seeing them take control of certain situations, but having team members that you push out of their comfort zone. I mean, I've had a lot of guests on this call once when I've been a speaker, and a lot of them have been like, no, because they're nervous but pushing them out of their comfort zone. Kelly Quick was I think she was my guest speaker when I think she was like SSC. She's now an NMD. Chelsea Llewellyn was a guest speaker on this call, I think when she was SP, and now she's an IMD. I've got Molly speaking today, who's absolutely incredible. She's bossed it through the compensation plan already. So having these people, pushing them out of the comfort zone, recognizing who has like the signs of strong leaders, and then pushing them out their comfort zone, and yeah, just growing that empire around you, just leading from the front, duplicating everything, because whatever you do, you're going to naturally duplicate it down, and if it's not what you would expect of a teamie that you're doing, you're going to duplicate that down. So growing an empire, leading from the front, having the most amazing connection with your team, because everyone will then become just one big team. It doesn't matter who is where in the compensation plan. We are all everyone's biggest fans, and this whole company, not just my team, but everybody in this business are absolutely incredible. I literally adore every single one in this business, and I have to thank a lot of people for my success, not just my uplines, my downlines, my sidelines. It's a lot of people that probably don't even realize that they've had an impact on my journey. So one, I want to say thank you to everybody, because it has been the most incredible 4 years so far. I've got many more years to come and grow and learn and all of these things. But yeah, that is pretty much it. That's all I've done, is just take every bit of advice and making it into my own and duplicating down those things, trying stuff. Not everything succeeds, not everything works, but you're only going to know if you try. And I think that's the beauty of it. Everyone becomes their own person. Not everybody is the same. You shouldn't copy people and mimic other people's social medias or the way people talk, because that's the beauty of this business, right? If we were all the same, it would be boring. It would be boring listening to the same thing, the same people, the same backgrounds. It's beautiful that we have people from different backgrounds and have different personalities and all of these things, and it works. We still all love each other. We still all build each other up, and this is why Juice Plus is going to be the biggest business in the world. It really, really will be. And that's going to be our job, is just to find those people and bring them in and nurture them and grow them into the most amazing leaders. So yeah, that's pretty much it from me. I hope that kind of followed what I kind of went off track a few times, but yeah. I have the most amazing girl called Molly Gower, who's just hit QSSC. Molly joined literally a few weeks ago, and has bossed her way through the compensation plan. So she is a perfect speaker to join me today. I don't know if I can unmute Molly or Molly can unmute.
Oh, I've done it. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Oh, thank you so much for having me speak. So I was actually partnered with the Juice Plus company previously for nearly 9 years. I got to QMD and I suppose I was stuck, like people say. I was just a little bit stuck, uninspired, and I kind of knew that there was a lot more for me to give, but I just couldn't seem to get there. I accidentally fell into the grass is greener on the other side trap. So a friend launched with a new business and I went over there briefly for a year. The whole time that I was away, I was still on the capsules. I've been on the capsules from the very start. So they gave me an amazing hair transformation that I share everywhere. I always get asked where my extensions are from and they're not. So I stayed on the capsules and I was really excited because my eldest is 2.5. So she was able to go on to the gummies, which I've always waited for. So we stayed on the capsules the entire time. I had 2 girls pretty close together. So my youngest is just 10 months and I was really struggling while I was away to lose the baby weight. So I was trying the products at the new company. I was trying everything, losing a bit, putting it back on. And then 10 weeks ago, I was due to go to Tenerife. I was taking my family away for a month. And I was like, right, you've got to do something with this baby weight. So I quietly got back on the Juice Plus products 4 weeks before I went away and lost just over a stone in the first 4 weeks. So that was when I didn't think I was going to come back. And one of my best friends, Beth, was saying like, do you think you'd go back? I think you should go back. And I was like, no, never go back. I'll never go back. And I was having monthly coaching with my law of attraction coach. And I was saying the whole time I was away, it was really weird. I was saying, I'm not where I'm meant to be. And I didn't mean like business. I didn't think for a second it was business. I meant like me as a person. I didn't feel like I was where I was supposed to be in life. And then I was on holiday and I just thought, I'm just going to message Nash and just get a little bit of info and see what's going on over there. Because I've watched her the whole time I've been gone. And I did always think if I was to ever go back, I'd love to go and see whatever these girls are doing. They're smashing it. So I messaged her and she took a few hours to reply because it was in her message request. And then I messaged again and went, take back what I said. I thought I might want to come back, but now you've took so long to reply to me, it's made me really want to come back. So sign me up. And like I say, I was on holiday for 4 weeks and I was so nervous about going away because I was just 4 weeks into my weight loss journey. And I can put a lot of weight on holiday. And I lost just over another stone while I was away. So to lose weight on holiday was amazing. I got my end results photo and I launched coming back 1 week into November. So I literally just ran away a second ago. My QSSC balloons have arrived. So we're QSSC already and we're well on the way to the next one. So for anyone that feels stuck, I guess this is a bit of like a sign that you can start again. Like I've started right at the bottom. I closed down a QMD business. I've come back with absolutely nothing, no team, and we're QSSC already. We're well on the way to the next, and I have no doubt we'll be making more big moves this year. That's it from me.
Amazing. Hi, everybody. Thank you so much, Molly. Absolutely. Congrats. Huge congrats. And amazing Nish as well. Just everyone happy 2025. Woohoo. I know you guys have probably already said it, but how incredible. We're in a brand new year. and I don't know about anyone else. Does it feel like it was 2024, like yesterday? Well, it was a couple of days ago, I guess. Anyway, thank you so much to all our amazing speakers so far. I hope you're all having an incredible call. Our next guest is, now I swear, for someone who used to work on as a presenter, I'm really not very good at pronouncing names and difficult names. So I do apologize if I get this wrong. But our next speaker is the amazing Zvonko, correct?
Zvonko Kurkic.
There we go. There we go. So exactly what I said, but without the Australian accent, maybe. And Zvonko initially trained as a mechanical engineer and obtained his degree. He became the first NMD in Canada with Juice Plus and went on to become a 100 plus club member. JP has given him the flexibility to live and work between Toronto, California, London, Spain, Belgrade, and Serbia, where he's originally from. His mission statement is to effect positive social change through raising awareness about the importance of optimal nutrition, which is absolutely incredible. And we're really honored to have you on the call today. Whereabouts in the world are you at the moment?
I'm in Belgrade right now.
Wow, how cool. I think this is our first speaker that we've had on the call speaking from Belgrade, perhaps.
Oh.
That's absolutely amazing. And Zvonko, you're going to be talking about how we can get the right mindset, I believe.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, I first of all, I want to thank James for inviting me to this call, because it is really a big honor. And you know, I was really impressed with the previous speakers, and I'm sure that I'm going to be impressed with maybe with myself and with with John Holovati later on, right? So I'm not going to go into my story, but my part is to cover the mindset, right? And I know that Marina said that our business is 80% people and 20% techniques, and I think that, you know, also our business is 80% mindset and then 20% techniques. It's not more than that, right? And since you mentioned I'm a mechanical engineer, you know, I wanna do something a little different this morning, and I wanna share this idea how to build your personal power field, because I feel that, you know, that is what makes the difference, right? Because, you know, you have some people, you know, you walk the streets, and then, you know, you can pick not you can pick, but somebody can walk by you and they are NMD or PMD, and you don't know that, right? And what is the difference in these people? And really, it is, you know, what people think, what people feel, and that is really that's what determines the mindset, right? You know, how do we feel about things that we experience? And one thing about a mindset is that we don't live in a reality that we think it's real. You know, we live in a reality that we believe it is real, right? So really, our reality, our experience of the world, our life is determined by our beliefs. And in order to maintain those beliefs, we just really need to remember, right? And one thing I would like to share with you this morning is this idea how to build your personal power field, right? So let's kind of do this little exercise. And if you extend your hand in front of you, you know, just put that is number one. Like imagine in your head that is number one. Then you extend your right hand, and that is number two. Then you go back, and that's number three. Then you extend left hand, that's number four. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, like a plane, right? Okay. And then, you know, below your your legs, that's number 5, below your legs. And then above your head is number 6. right? So now let's see, you know, what all these numbers mean. So we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we have a 5 and 6, right? So now number 1 is we are going to use some words that has that have a power, right? And the first word that we are going to use is gracious. That's number 1. You know, next to number 1 is gracious, and this is really how do I
that?
how
Zvonko, can you repeat that word? I didn't quite hear that. What's that word?
gracious. I am gracious, right?
Thank you.
And that's how I meet the outside world, right? So I operate from my heart. So you know, I feel free. You know, that's what gracious means, right? So that would be the point number 1. And then the point number 2 is commending or senior, right? So I don't mean that commending in a negative way, but it is to know who we are and what we are all about. You know, that's kind of commending. So, you know, we have that situation a lot of times when people start to argue with us and all of this. So really, you don't have to answer every question that somebody has. You know, it is good to answer them, but not all of them, because some people do it just like a sport, right? So they just wanna ask 1,000 questions, and you know, you just kind of keep your position there, and that's what it is, right? So you don't have you have to keep your position there. So that's number 1 is gracious. Number 2 is commending. Number three in the back, that's confidence, right? So we are confident, and what does that mean? So that means that you know, you experience sense of self, because that's what the confidence is, right? And when you move to the point number 4, this is certain, right? And you know, you need to be certain about yourself, right? So what does that mean? Well, you know, I'm certain that, you know, we have a product that is phenomenal, and you know, and Marina was talking about that, and it is really a great point. So we have 40+ studies, right? So be certain, what do we have, right? Because, and this is just a matter of remembering that, you know, that you are in that personal power field, and you just have to remember, right? So number 5, you know, under our legs, that's I'm capable. So which means, you know, we have this idea that we can be a victim, so we can be creators. So I am capable, that I am creator, right? And again, you know, it is just being aware of that. And then number 6 there above our head, there is going to be one acronym after that, you know, but this is basically how I walked outside on the street when I go, or when I'm inside. You know, first thing is, you know, I'm healthy, H, right? I'm healthy, I'm happy. You can say, you know, I'm also humble, and we can all kind of go there. After that is a V. I'm vital, I'm vibrant, right? You can say also I'm valuable, whatever you come up with, right? And then that's HVA. I'm affluent, affluere. That's a kind of a Italian verb which means affluent, flowing to me, affluere, right? So things are coming to me. And then L stands for loving and being loved, right? So this has to do a little bit with giving and receiving, because, you know, in order for us to receive love, we have to give love, right? So that's what loving, being loved, loved means. And then we have a again, and that can be abundant, attractive. You know, we said affluent already. So when you go through this acronym, which is HVALA, that's a Serbian word hvala, which means thank you. And really, you know, in a sense, you are thanking the universe for who you are. And as far as mindset, I think this is a really important part to establish, just to remember who we are, because we are, as I said, you know, we are creators, we are not victims. And this is something that I learned from Dr. Bruce Lipton, because he has that book, The Biology of Belief, where he talks about it, that fact that we are the creators, right? So this is really something which I wanted to share this morning. And if you want to learn a little bit more about this this personal power field, I learned this from a Jim Self, who has a mastering of alchemy. You know, that's his website, right? So you can find more information there. So that's really what I wanted to share this morning. You know, this how to build a personal power field, and so therefore, when you walk into the world, people are going to be attracted to you, because you don't have to do that much. You know, obviously, you know, we need to go through activity and all of this, but you know, our vibration is going to determine what is going to happen to us, because what we give off, you know, what kind of flavor are we giving off, right? Because, you know, when you think about it, some people, they are giving sinking flavor, and nobody is going to be attracted to that. People are going to be repelled from that, right? And so this is just really a matter of remembering these things, and then everything kind of falls in place. Because when we go in, a lot of times we are too much in our head, in our brain, you know, and we think, you know, how do I do this? How do I do that? But once we drop into our heart, that is the safest place to be. You know, nothing wrong can happen there, right? So I think, you know, as far as mindset is concerned, you know, I would end up with, you know, with all what is happening, and, you know, we're excited about a new 2025. So one of the mantras that I've followed through all my kind of career with the Juice Plus is never give up. You know, because we are going to go through the cycles, through the changes, through the challenges, but the idea is do not give up. You know, don't buy somebody else's stories, right? And because we live in a kind of a cacophony of information, and there are so many offers and things like that, but then we just need to stay the course and not to buy anybody else's story.
Wow. Absolutely incredible. What a way to start the year. I loved that. Thank you so much for sharing. Who else just absolutely just loved that and felt like that was speaking right to them? Yeah, I think that was absolutely incredible. I love that idea. I'm going to be, and like it's a great physical way as well.
Yes, so you can really imagine this as a kind of a two inverse four-sided pyramids, right? So because if you go to 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, and then you connect every 5 with 1, 5 with 2, 5 with 3, 5 with 4, you have one pyramid. And then when you connect 6 with a 1, 2, 3, 4, you have another one, and that's called octahedron. But this is kind of a little technical, so that doesn't matter. But you basically imagine yourself visualize yourself that you are in that space, you know, or you can imagine kind of sphere around yourself, right? And then you can put those points, and then, you know, I'm gracious, I'm commanding, I am confident, you know, I'm certain, I am capable, right? And then, you know, I am a human, I am healthy, I'm vibrant, I am affluent, I am loving, I am, you know, attractive, whatever you want to choose. You know, you can play with those things. But I thought that was kind of a little interesting way how to project yourself in a world.
It's absolutely amazing. And it's also a protection then as well, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. You can also imagine, you know, a rose, because rose is a flower that has a kind of frequency of the chart, right? And then you can, on each of these spots, you can put a rose, and you can kind of walk protected by the power of the rose, right?
Yeah, absolutely amazing. Thank you so much.
You're
Please
welcome.
all give it up for Zvonko. That was
Zvonko, yes.
yes. How do I say it again? Come on.
Zvonko, Zvonko. You
Zvonko.
pronounce everything, yes.
Zvonko.
Because Serbian is phonetic language, so you just pronounce everything.
Love that.
Don't leave
Zvonko.
anything. Yeah.
There we go. So when I meet you finally in real life, I'll be like, Zvonko.
Yes. Yeah, bravo.
Yeah, love it. Love it. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Okay. So now we're crossing from Belgrade back to the UK for our next amazing speaker. So is Kira there? I think she is. Yes, there she is.
Hi there.
Amazing, Kira. So Kira, gosh, I don't think we'll have a list long enough for all the titles you've collected lately. So I'm going to do a very brief introduction, but as we know, Kira has just hit PMD. So everyone please give it up for Kira, who has hit PMD, which is absolutely incredible. So Kira she is from Mansfield and she's been in the business for 6 years. She has had a 4.5 stone weight loss journey on the products, and she was able to build her business traveling around Southeast Asia. She has the fastest growing team in the UK, and in September, she was promoted to an EMD team, and now she is PMD, which is amazing. And she's going to be sharing with us why she is so passionate about Juice Plus.
Yeah, so I wanted to kick it off by kind of going back to the beginning, because I think it's so important as well to remember all the success is incredible, but kind of what led me to here and why I am so passionate. So when I first joined, I was 25 years old. I'm 31 now. And you know what? I didn't really have much purpose in life. I don't have children, and I obviously didn't have children then. I was stuck in a job that I hated. I was actually working 3 jobs. So I was working in accounts, I was a cleaner, and I cared for my granddad. And right then I didn't have any passions, any purpose. You know, I was just going out the weekend. And this business gave me a purpose. And that's why I'm so passionate about it, because it actually gives normal people an extraordinary life. And I think it's so important to remember why you actually joined, and what was it, what made you join. And we kind of have to give that to other people as well and give them a reason to join. So, you know, I'm so passionate about this business for many reasons, but the first being that, you know, it gave me somebody that, you know, lived quite a normal life, an absolutely incredible, extraordinary life. And that is why I'm so passionate, because there's so many people out there looking for something more, whether even if it's just to pay their mortgage each month, or if they want to change their life, they want to collect all the bonuses and go all the way up to PMD plus. So, you know, it's super important to remember where you started and why. And like I said, one of my biggest passions, and when I talk to somebody still now, you know, 6 years in the business, and someone asks me about the business, it gets me excited again, because I remember when I was 25, inquiring, ghosting about the business, you know, pondering over it, should I do it, should I not? So, you know, I am super passionate for that one reason, particularly. And also as well, because I think every time you get someone on board, you don't know what they're going to do with this opportunity. They could be another Nesh and completely change their life forever and hit PMD. It's exciting. And also as well, when you join Juice Plus, it's not about joining the business. You join and you think that you're signing up to Juice Plus in the business, but you don't actually know that you're going to go on this massive personal growth journey. And that's the most exciting part. When I joined Juice Plus, I thought I was signing up to a business and I was going to, earn some extra money. I never thought that I was also going to go on a massive personal growth journey and change as a person. This business matured me massively. And it took me on a massive journey, like self-development, personal growth. And again, like the reason I'm so passionate about Juice Plus is because I've been able to duplicate that down throughout the team. And, you're able to spread that and you're able to help other people. It's not just about joining a business. It's about also, yourself, your life, your mindset, self-development, confidence, self-love. So, all these different things as well has been, massive within my journey. And a personal growth journey is something I never signed up when I paid $49.99. But it was just added extra. And this is something, again, I'm super passionate about, because you can bring someone into the business and you can help them with their confidence, with all these things I've just spoke about, with growing themselves as a person, developing them into incredible leaders, as Nesh was speaking about. And it encourages you to be a better version of yourself, whether that's, mentally, financially, physically. I used to hate the gym. I used to avoid it like the plague. I hated it. I didn't want to go to the gym. I wasn't really bothered about my health when I joined. I didn't do anything. I didn't go walking. I didn't go to the gym. Didn't do running. Didn't do anything. Didn't do weightlifting. Nothing. And when I joined Juice Plus, it made me realise that I wanted to look after myself more. And obviously, the older I've got, and again, this business helps you do that. You sign up for other things, and then other things, are so important. So, I'm passionate about Juice Plus for many reasons. But I also think as well, giving people a ticket. This business gives people a golden ticket into a better life. And again, all the other things I've spoken about, and it's our job to go out and share that with other people. Bring people on board, because you will hear so many people that jump on these calls or jump on, the on fire calls, and they will say, sorry, I think I've, can you still see me? Someone's ringing me. Is that all good? Yeah. So, when people, join the business, and when we promote this business, we need to make sure that we are sharing everything, all the success, the personal growth, the mindset, the self-development, the going to the gym, the using the products, because sharing all this will attract somebody. Somebody may feel stuck in life. Somebody may feel like they want to lose a bit of weight. Someone might think they want to grow their confidence. Someone might want to improve their mental health. This is what we do as a business. And again, that's why I'm so passionate about Juice Plus, because it's not just about making money. There's so many other things as well. And also community, building community, making new friends. When I joined Juice Plus, it wasn't just about, and these are the things you need to talk about on social media. It wasn't just about, signing up. I thought to myself, I don't need any more friends. I've got loads of friends. But now I've got this army of women I absolutely love and adore, and we're all on the same path. We've got the same goals, and it's incredible. So all these things, share. And then we've got the bonus scheme. The bonus scheme changes people's lives. It changes families forever. I mean, picking up all them bonuses all the way to PMD Plus, that's £119,000 worth of bonuses. That's life-changing for people. Even, hitting NMD, getting that £7,200 bonus, that's a deposit on a house. That's life-changing. And we have to remember, like, these are crazy things. These are incredible things. They're life-changing things. And also as well, let's not forget, we have, and something I always say is, we've got the most researched nutritional product in the world. We need to scream and shout about that, because what other company has that? If you say to Siri, and a lot of you will know this, what is the most researched nutritional product in the world? It comes up number one, Juice Plus. That's massive. The longevity, the studies, the research that we've got. That as a company, I don't know any other company that can back themselves like we can. And again, another reason why I'm passionate about it, because I feel like when people do, we get them people that like question you, or they're kind of like not sure about the company. I'm just like, boom, because we've got so much, you know, we've got so much behind us to back us, so much research, the studies, everything. So, you know, overall, you know, everyone knows I am super passionate. And when I got asked the question, you know, to talk about today, why I'm so passionate about Juice Plus, there is so many things why I'm passionate. And it's also about seeing what you can do for other people. When you first start this business, it's a little bit selfish because you're doing it for yourself, you're jumping on, you know, you're just making money, you're not really thinking about other things. And then you realise you can grow a team. And then you realise you can bring people on board and you can change their lives. And it's addictive. It's absolutely addictive. Like going EMD and PMD has been incredible, but seeing Nese do that, wow, it's a feeling like no other. And if you're an upline, if you're a leader, you will know that bringing people into the business and creating them success and helping them and mentoring them and guiding them, there's no other feeling like it. And it does grow you as a person, as a leader. And of course, there's always challenges that you face because that's just business. But there's no other feeling than that. So, you know, I'm passionate for many, many reasons. I could sit on here and tell you a million reasons why I'm passionate about Juice Plus, but they're kind of my top takeaways. And someone who's going to give you a perfect example in a moment about, you know, me talking about why I'm passionate about Juice Plus and obviously, you know, the knock-on effect is Lauren. So I'm going to be bringing Lauren on in a second. Now, Lauren is actually been in the business a short period of time. She joined on maternity and she is a full-time nurse. And she is super passionate about Juice Plus. She was actually watching me for, I think, the whole time I've ever done Juice Plus. I think it's nearly 6 years Lauren watched me for, or 5 years. And she sat on the fence and she wasn't sure. She's had an incredible amount of success in a short period of time. She's currently going for SSC. She's an incredible lady. The knowledge that she's got, the passion that she's got for the business in such a short period of time. So yeah, I'm going to bring Lauren on. I'm not sure if I can unmute her or if someone can mute her. It's Lauren Bowie. And I'm going to let you
I'll just unmute myself.
Oh, here she is. So yeah, you just kick it off and share your journey, Lauren.
Hello, guys. Thank you so much for firstly, obviously, letting me come on and speak to you all. It's a bit nerve-wracking, actually. I don't think I've ever spoken for this many people. But yeah, so like Kira was saying, I watched Kira for 6 years, like literally on and off for 6 years straight. And I was always doing fad diets. I was doing the shakes on like Slim Fast and everything like that. And then obviously I had my 2 children and I messaged Kira one day speaking about the weight loss products and she said, just join. She said, you've watched me for so long, just join. That was now 7 months ago. And literally, I did my weight loss journey. I did it solely on the control, just because obviously I was on maternity. I was a bit strapped for cash. So I did the control only. And I completely fell in love with it. Like the amount of research that I did on it was insane. And I completely fell in love massively. So then I decided to obviously start showing it on TikTok. I actually got inspiration from Jane to start on TikTok. And my business just went booming, like literally booming. Within 6 months I had hit QSSC, and yeah, so obviously it was absolutely incredible. Now I'm going for SSC. I am actually in the position now where I'm going back to work as a full-time nurse in February, but come April I'm actually stepping down to part-time, and it is literally solely because obviously of this business. I am earning that amount of money that now that I don't have to obviously go to work all the time. Don't know if anyone knows this, but nurses work really, really long hours. We work 14-hour shifts. And last Christmas, not the one that's just gone, the one before that, I was 36 weeks pregnant and I had a 1-year-old at home. I've got 2 under 2, and I ended up working a long day Christmas Eve, long day Christmas Day, and a long day Boxing Day. So I did not see my child at all the entire Christmas period. So knowing now that I'm able to go part-time and then come Christmas this year, I'm actually planning to go down to bench only, which means that I won't have a full-time contract. I am planning to do Juice Plus for full-time. So obviously that is my aim at the end of this year. I aim to be NMD by the end of this year. I think we said October. My daughter turns 3 in October, so I'm aiming for her 3rd birthday to be NMD. And yeah, I just want to obviously reiterate to people, it is completely possible. I had never done any digital marketing before. I'd only ever been a nurse. And yeah, I literally, as long as you follow your upline, you follow that guidance, you follow that support, you will fly in this business. It is so easy to do. As long as you take the products, you love the products, you be a product of the product basically, and people will just gravitate to you naturally. But yeah, I hope everyone has an amazing journey, and obviously I hope everyone hits NMD very soon. But if anyone's obviously got any questions, please feel free to private message me or anything like that. I'm more than happy to help anyone. But thank you for letting me come on and speak, guys.
Huge well done, and congratulations for speaking on the call for the first time as well. Absolutely amazing, and you bossed it. And a huge thank you to Kira as well. Absolutely incredible. I've got someone who keeps threatening to come in because I think he doesn't want to go to gymnastics. So I'm sure he's going to go to gymnastics. Thank you so much, guys. Absolutely incredible. And just, yeah, it'll be so exciting to see your journeys. Our next guest doesn't need an introduction, and I'm so tempted to try and get his name wrong for all the pranks he's played on me over the years. Our next guest is John Holowati, PMD Plus. His bio: you don't have to be an overnight success to become massively successful in network marketing. John's story proves it. In his first 90 days, he personally sponsored just 3 people, describing himself as terrible at this. By year 4, that number grew to 50 and then 100 in just 5.5 years. Who knew that his slow start would lead to a team with 11 leader legs and more than 15,000 active reps? And I think most people are part of John's tree somewhere. Which is absolutely incredible. And today he is going to tell us what it takes to be successful in Juice Plus. And I think he's warranted in being able to share that with us. And it's not just the little snacks, is it, John?
Yes, it's not. Do you like my new microphone I got for Christmas? Does it work? Can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Okay, perfect. Sorry, so in my head it was really funny. How we doing anyway, guys? Is everybody good? Give me a little wave, give me a little comment in the chat. Yes, Heather, you're back. Woo! How you doing? All right. Yeah, thank you so much. So wow, I'm really excited about this year, guys. I can't tell you. 2025, I've just got this this feeling. Who was in the business in 2020? Who saw the momentum that we created then? It was absolutely mind-blowing. And for me, I've just got that feeling that we're going to create something pretty special across the whole of the company. And it really starts with a decision. So I'd love to know in the chat, what is your decision for this year? What do you really, really want out of this? In 2025, comment in the chat, let me know, what do you actually want out of this business? And we can put in titles, we can put in positions, we can put in volume, pay line, all that kind of stuff, right? And it's all important. But actually, what do you actually want? What does the title, what does the volume, what does it mean to you? And I think when you're setting goals, it needs to be really, really specific. I'm not into designer clothes, but I'm into designer memories and designer lifestyle, and be able to do what you want to do, when you want to do it, time freedom. And for me, you need 2 things for that. You need money in the bank and you need time. You need to have the time to be able to do what you want to do. And I heard, I think it was Lauren a minute ago, just saying, like, you know, the hours that you have to work in a normal job is just completely crazy. But in this, and my mentor, Alex, said to me, all you're doing really is condensing a 30-year career into 3 to 5 years. And if you've ever read the book, The 4-Year Career, I mean, if there's a book to get this year, that is the one, The 4-Year Career. And I read that book and I thought, wow, that's all it takes. That's my journey. 4 years, 3 to 5 years of just pure commitment. Now, 3 to 5 years is too long to think about what, you know, you can change your mindset and your lifestyle and all that kind of stuff. But it starts with 90 days. So if I'm being brutally honest with you on this call today, my whole life changed with a 90-day game plan? Who's ever done one of those? Fully committed, 90 days. I was stuck. I was sales coordinator. I can see Nikki on the call. Hey, Nick. And Nikki gave me some amazing advice. And she said, the people that got you to sales coordinator will not be the people that get you to SSC. And that was a light bulb moment for me. And we talk about rebuilding and building again, but the top and bottom of this business is you're either growing or you're declining. There is no stability. The only stability comes within growth. So you've got to say to yourself, if I want to get these goals, I heard Kira speak a minute ago about the big bonuses. The bonuses means that that's a deposit for a house. The bonuses means that that's the car of your dreams. The bonuses mean that you can go for 2 weeks to Crete instead of 1. The bonus means it's an extra holiday. The bonus means that you've paid off your credit card bills. The bonus means that you'd be able to take your parents on the holiday of a lifetime. You need to attach those bonuses to a dream. And when you do that, guys, it starts to build, but it starts with 90 days. And then we kick off this brand new year. And that's the only thing that I can say to you, because I can only tell you what I did. And I just said to myself, I'm going to give this 90 days. I'm going to go all in. Because I had a bit of a moment where it was like, let's be honest. And I think the new year is great for that. I always look back on the 31st of December and I'm like, let's be honest about this year. Let's be really honest about 2024. Did you really give it your all? Were you fully committed? Or were you a little bit of the time, some of the time, none of the time? I'll say it again. Were you a little bit of the time, some of the time, none of the time? And I was like that. I said to myself, and this was in 2012, I've just been doing a little bit of the time, some of the time, none of the time. I've never really taken this totally seriously. So that was the moment of honesty, and then the moment of a decision to go all in for 90 days, to give it absolutely everything, full on commitment, just to prove to myself whether this would work or not. Does that make sense? Whether sometimes you got to prove it to yourself, like, can I really do something? And I'd not stuck at anything. Probably the thing before that was doing my personal trainer course, and that was 12 weeks, ironically, which is the same as 90 days. And the great thing about 90 days is it's short enough to stick to, but it's long enough to see a result. So I'm kicking off a new 90-day game plan. It's starting on Monday. We've been talking a lot about it on the calls last year. Just getting fully focused, re-energized. I honestly believe that this company is going to be a multi-billion-dollar-a-year company within the next 5 years. I don't want to miss this opportunity to have a slice of that cake. Like, honestly, guys, you can have whatever you want out of this. You've got some absolute legends on the call, some amazing leaders that have inspired me. You know, Jamesy Baby is on doing these calls every month. And I remember sat down with James at the Wokefield Park event, and he just gave me so much wisdom that I couldn't get, because it took somebody else that had been doing this business for over 20 years to pass that on to me. We've got the most amazing leaders around us, guys, and this opportunity is there for the taking, and somebody is going to do it. This is the bit that hurts now. Someone's going to do it in your town. Somebody is going to be the first PMD plus in your town. So it might as well be you. I just thought, I want to be the first PMD plus in Bolton, right? That's where I'm from. I want to be the first PMD plus in Bolton. I've got to do it. And, you know, when you make that decision and you commit to 90 days, you can change your whole world, guys, because that 90 days led on to 12 months. And the momentum that was created within that 90 days then rolled into another 90 days and another 90 days. And the whole year, and I'll just break it down to you, because We're at the start of a new year. You can change your whole world within 12 months of this. So I went into that year in 2012 as a sales coordinator. A whole year later, I was NMD 39 Club within 12 months. And it started from that 90-day game plan. So get your goals written down, get them everywhere, get some clarity. If you're a little bit like I'm in Tenerife at the minute, I'm still on holiday mode at the moment, but Monday is kickoff time. And I've written down some goals, some things that I want to achieve in 2025 that will set me up for the next 5 years. Because I'll be doing this call in 2030. Mark my words, I'll be on this call in 2030. We all will, because we take Juice Plus, right? We'll be thriving, and we'll look back and we'll say, a little bit like I just mentioned earlier about 2020. Remember 2020, the momentum that was created. I've just got this amazing feeling that we'll look back and say, remember 2025. Remember the growth. Remember the momentum. And we can all do it, guys. It's one team, one dream. They're all different sidelines. I just want to say thanks to everybody for getting on this call today. And, you know, I look forward to seeing you in Berlin. Berlin's going to be, I mean, the stuff that's coming, it's going to blow your mind, guys. It really, really is. And just make sure you make that decision. You make a plan, you commit to it, and then you just stay consistent. And I'm having my little cup of yerba mate tea, and my mug says there, if you can read it, dreams are only dreams until you wake up and make them real. So it's on us, guys. We got to do it. And when you do it, you'll inspire somebody else to do the same thing as well. It's a very simple business. Look after people, take care of each other, and help everybody achieve their dreams, because if you do that, then you get your dreams as well. I don't know if you had any questions, Erin, or are we rock and roll?
I think we're rock and rolling. Oh, we've got a few minutes. Okay, so if you could tell people 2 things that they should do, right, as we head into a new year, what would the 2 things that they should do, like maybe today or over the next couple of days or whatever, what should they be?
I think the first thing is just get really clear on your goals, like really dig down into what do you actually want out of this. Like I said earlier, like the title is just the title, the position is just the position, the volume is just the volume, but that equates to something. It's money in the bank. So a great exercise that you can do is called Find Out Your Freedom Figure. This is pretty brutal because we all want to like close our eyes on these things. But you go onto your online banking, you get a pen and paper, and you write down every single outgoing that comes out of your bank. Total that up. And that is the money that you spend every single month. Then say to yourself, okay, let's say it's 3 grand a month, 5 grand a month, whatever. I need to make 3,000 a month from this opportunity to cover all my outgoings. Then you're free. So what is your freedom figure? Figure that one out. And then once you've got your freedom figure, you write that target down on a piece of paper, a big piece of paper, and stick it on your bedroom wall. Because you need to see that goal, the first thing as soon as you open your eyes in the morning, and the last thing at night before you go to sleep. That goal needs to be on your mobile phone screensaver. It needs to be everywhere, because sometimes we sort of fall back into the trap of normal people, because we're not normal, we're above average, we're above normal. Normal people just sort of flow along with life, and then before they know it, it's like, where's all that time gone? We're going for something. We've got dreams, we've got targets, we've got things that we really want to achieve, but you need to remind yourself of why you're doing what you're doing. So it's so important to have your goals plastered everywhere. I mean, some people make the most amazing vision boards and they're all pretty and all that kind. I just drew 3 circles with partners' names in there, and it was like, right, I need to help them get to SP. I need to help that person to get to SC. I need to help that person to get to QSSC. And I put those on my wall. But those targets for those people meant that I was going to hit the next position. And that's how it works, guys. We walk backwards in this business and we bring people with us. So that'd be the first thing. Get really clear on your goal, and then get your goals plastered everywhere. And then the second one, Erin, is probably this: never let impatience get in the way of your master plan. Because I've seen it so many times where, and let's be honest, there's going to be some bumps in the road this year in our personal lives, in our business lives. There are going to be bumps in the road. We don't know what or when, but there'll be definitely things that pop up that try and take us off track. And sometimes we, especially in this business, we can get really impatient. It's not working fast enough. I'm never going to get there. And then we start to get distracted and do different things. And I've seen it. I fell into that trap a lot of the time myself in the early days. But then I made a decision that Juice Plus was going to be my number one. That was going to be my number one thing that I'm going to give my undivided focus and attention to, no matter what gets in the way, no matter what bumps in the road come through. And, you know, we're all rhinos. I know we're all in different teams, but we're called Team Rhino for a reason, because rhinos are always on the charge. They're always moving forward. And I'm not saying that you're not going to have a brick wall to smash through this year. You probably will. But I guarantee you can do it. And the more brick walls you go through, the stronger and thicker your rhino skin becomes. So you've got to have those blinkers on. You've got to have that rhino mentality. 2023 was one of the toughest years for me in this business. We lost so many people that wanted to go and do different things, and they got impatient. And, you know, there was one thing and another. There was a million reasons to sort of call it quits, if you will. But I just knew if I just stay in line, if I stay focused, remember that I'm a rhino, keep my blinkers on, keep moving forward, and eventually the good times will come back. And, you know, we created some amazing momentum in 2024, but I really believe, guys, if you put your goals on your wall, if you put your goals on your phone and you create a plan and then you stick to that plan, stay totally consistent, then you can achieve everything that you want out of this.
What a way to wrap up our first call of 2025, guys. Please give it up for John. Everyone, give it up for John.
Guys, see you all soon.
Amazing
Oh, a little
advice.
plug. February the 1st, 2025, on
Isn't it the
fire.
second? John, February the
hear me?
2nd, isn't it?
Yeah, second. Sorry. Yeah, you're right. Saturday, anyway. No, it is the 1st, I think. Let me double check now. I've got that wrong.
February the 1st. Yeah, it is February the 1st.
Oh, shit. Sorry.
Yeah, it is the
Sorry,
1st.
guys.
It is the 1st. Yeah, February. If someone can put the link in the chat, February the 1st, it's Saturday in Birmingham, at the Leonardo DiCaprio Hotel. I'm not sure if he's going to be there, but we'll be there, so it don't matter. So get your asses there, guys. Come on. It's going to be amazing. We'll have an absolute ball as well.
Brilliant. So, guys, Saturday, February the 1st in Birmingham. And if someone's got the link, they can put it in. If not, I'm sure John can put it in the various groups. So thank you to everyone for today's call. Thank you to all our amazing speakers. We had Sue, we had Simone, we had Marina, we had Nese, we had Molly, we had, now I'm going to say it correctly, we had Zvonko. I'm getting good at this. We had Kira, we had Lauren, and then we finished with John. So thanks, everyone. I hope you're all inspired and fired up. First call, guys. First call is done. New chapters ready to be written. Look forward to seeing you guys in February. I feel like last year just flew. So, you know, but wishing you all a very peaceful, happy, you know, wonderful 2025, filled with love and all of the good things. So lots of love and light to everybody. See you guys soon.